Hey guys, in this video, we will be taking two legendary Marvel characters and blending them into one to see what ludicrous upgrade we will end up with. So please, stay tuned. The crazy year of 2020 is just to be over, and if you haven't been living under the rock, then you know that just a few days before Christmas, Epic rolled out with new set of skins for Fortnite. Just some extra Marvel characters. But we, ladies and gentlemen, will be focusing on the most epic character from them all. That's right, the Black Panther. Wait, what? You don't believe me that he's the most epic? Then watch these reactions to the Black Panther unveiling and see for yourself.
But here it is, the Black Panther.
Oh, yeah.
There he is, Black Panther.
This is crazy.
Woo! Oh my god! My gosh. Black Panther. What?
Hey.
Yeah. Woo!
I respect Fortnite for this. I really respect Fortnite for doing this.
So, yeah, as I was saying, the most epic Marvel character. I know, the skins just rolled out and people haven't had much time to play with their characters yet. Well, actually, some of you are nuts and been playing non-stop since their release, but I'm talking about the normal people. Once I saw that the Fortnite took the Black Panther to the next level and made him glow purple and gave him some Count Dracula cape, that's when I got excited. Then I thought to myself, what if I blend the Black Panther with yet another legendary and much loved Marvel icon, the Iron Man? So the idea was to upgrade the Black Panther with extra next level goodies, then give him some of that Iron Man inspired tech upgrades. What would he look like then? What would he need to make him look more, indestructible? Deadlier. Yeah, those two words.
The king is dead.
So, without further ado, let's get started. And you know what? I didn't have to look very hard to find this cool looking image of the Black Panther that really depicts the true nature of this character. And as I mentioned earlier, that I wanted to make the blend of the two characters to give our hero some Iron Man inspired armor. So for that, I will need to set the stage with some reference images of Iron Man. I can use these images for design inspiration or as reference points for shading when I'll be doing that down the road. So, first things first, we start with the hardest part, which is coming up with a good looking design. And so I started with the helmet. I wanted to keep his cat-like features, but at the same time try to make the helmet look very rugged and heavy duty so he can withstand some damage. I think this helmet design looks pretty good on him, very intimidating too. Up next, I'm grabbing another Iron Man guy and place him here in the corner, clean him up a bit. I just like that he has some steel shaded plates, so I could use that for designing my chest armor. As you know, after the helmet is this second important piece of protection. Being superheroes, these guys sure do get punched and shot a lot. So we do want to design this armor that it withstands some beating, but also look cool at the same time. And Iron Man has his center piece that glows and kind of gives him that identity. And looking at the image, I saw that Black Panther was wearing some sort of a claw pendant. So I just wanted to emphasize that, take it to the next level, and kind of give him that identity as well. And here I have added some vents and cuts to the chest piece to make it more breathable. So I think we got the basic design down. As you can see, the line work is pretty crude and harsh. So I'm just going to create a new layer and use this rough draft sketch as an underlay to trace over since I don't have to design it anymore. And obviously my line work going to be much cleaner. And not to bore you guys to death, I've speed up this sketching session between 3,000 and 5,000% so you guys can watch this work being done in fast forward motion. But if some of you guys are really interested in how I'm coming up with these design elements and how I actually get these ideas, just post up some comments down below and maybe we can try something different for the next video. So here I am just finishing up the shoulder piece and adding some of those clawed out slash cuts and doing my best to replicate the design on the other side. It's not perfect, but it's close enough. Okay, up next, I had a pretty good idea. So being a man who resembles a cat, it's essential for him to have deadly claws. Is there a better way to improve them, if not by using a Wakandian spear as an inspiration that has some seriously cool engravings? Okay, now let's get this Iron Man out of the way. And the perks that you get drawing digitally is that you can copy and paste things, you don't have to redraw them. Saves you a little bit of time. That's exactly what I'm doing with these claws here. I'm using the same one and just adjusting it to fit a different perspective. And just like that, that should do it. And while we're still on the topic of claws, why don't we give the Black Panther some knuckle blades that'll just make him a little more deadlier, so everything he touches he gets to hurt, cut, slash, just make everything bleed. Yeah, sorry for the graphic imagery there. Let's keep it PG, shall we? Okay, moving on. Here, I'm just erasing the background, doing it old school way since this app doesn't have the path tool like Photoshop does. So, just doing it the old school way, just erasing the background everywhere, being careful around people's junk. And I did it! Now we can plug this image into different environments. Yay! Alright, we are done with the sketch. As you guys can tell, that the lines look much cleaner here. So let's not waste any more time and go drop some color on this bad boy. Let's go! Alright, for the shading part, I'm gonna grab another Iron Man as a reference point, change the background to something darker so I could see the shades better. And originally I wanted to follow the Iron Man theme, kind of giving him some Iron Man armor in red, but then I changed my mind. Let's keep him original Wakandian. I love what Fortnite did with the purple accents, and I wanted to carry that on into my design as well. So what I'm doing here is I'm building up an underlayer with basic colors, just breaking up different pieces of armor into different colors, over which I'll be placing many more layers that will have shading, reflections, highlights, and so on. So the goal is start simple and add more things as you see fit to better explain the shapes of the armor. I'm also overbuilding my shading, so you'll see me going back over with the eraser tool and cleaning things up a bit, just to tidy things up. A visual thing to take note of is the lighting of the character. As you can see that there is much warm or orange color coming at him from the right side, and on the left side we see that he's being hit with some strong, cool blue color. So I'm gonna do my best to shade different parts of the same armor with the corresponding color. This can be very challenging, especially if the armor piece also has a color of its own. For example, like the golden accents of his ribcage armor and also his neck pendant piece. Also, if you take note of the Iron Man's armor, it's pretty reflective, so I'll try to do the same for the Black Panther's armor. But the difference being is that the Iron Man's suits were shot inside a white studio with some nice lighting, but we want our newly designed armor to fit the actual environment that our superhero is in. So unfortunately, I can't copy the lighting and reflections one for one from the Iron Man suit, otherwise this job would have been too simple. So I'll just have to come up with my own reflections. No biggie. We're about halfway done with our shading, just cleaning up things a bit here and there, and things are starting to look pretty good now. Now I'll be coming in here and there with some shadows and highlights just to make some things pop a bit and make it look more 3D. Okay, so here's what I'm doing here next. Remember that pretty line work that I've done earlier? Well, I'm going back and removing them from certain details and just replacing them with highlights. This will make things look more realistic and three-dimensional. I'm also giving the same treatment here on the helmet. As you can see, it makes things look so much better. Adding some more shadows here under the necklace piece. And we are nearing the finish, ladies and gentlemen, but before we call it a day, I'm bringing back the image of his eyes glowing so we can add some of that same treatment to our design. This element alone just makes the armor look so cool, so we're definitely not gonna leave this out. And ladies and gentlemen, I believe this is the end for us, so just toggling to see the before and afters on a dark background, and then checking it again on a white background to see if it looks better or worse. And of course, a Fortnite background. Let's take it up a notch. Boom, there we go. And another before and after. I could do this all day. Now let's drop him back into his environment. And so let me know what you guys think of it in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.